The housing market continues to be the bright spot in this economy, particularly the new home market. For more, I want to bring in Mitch Roschelle, founding partner at Macro Trends Advisors. Hi, Mitch. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Hi, Greta.
A Commerce Department reporting this morning new home starts rose 1.2% in November, surging 12.8% year over year. This has come, of course, as mortgage rates are continuing to hit new record lows, but buyers are facing some rapidly increasing prices. What's your take on the market at this point?
This is a strange phenomenon that we have a recession that we're working our way out of, and housing isn't suffering for it. Because if you go back in history, most of the time when there's a recession, housing sort of takes it on the chin. Right now, we have tremendous demand for both new and existing homes, and unfortunately, limited supply. The housing starts number today was encouraging because home builders have picked up the pace of building new homes, but they can't keep up with the outsized demand. So when you have a lot of demand and limited supply, you have rising prices, and that's what everybody's experiencing right now.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill do appear at this point to be close to another stimulus deal. What do you think about the current package being discussed?
I think that it's a shame that it took so long to happen, because this is something that's been on the table for quite a while. You have aid to, just regular Americans who could use a little bit of help. We have enhanced unemployment benefits for those who are out of work, and we saw the weekly jobless claims number today was not encouraging. So certainly those folks need help, and most importantly, small business that employ a third of our economy, and small businesses through no fault of their own are suffering. So this is a package that really should have happened months ago, but I'm glad it's happening, and I think the stock market rallied today. Is sending a signal that the stock market likes it as well.
Definitely. Two things being left out of this package are what were kind of known as the poison pills for talks previously, aid for local governments, and then liability protections for businesses. Do you expect those issues to be brought up again in the new Congress as they possibly look at another relief bill in the future?
And I think so, and I certainly, more importantly, hope so. Obviously, both sides of the aisle have things that are very important to them. The Democrats want aid for state and local government, and the Republicans don't want to bail out governments that were having fiscal problems before all of this started. And by the same token, liability protection for those who are sort of opening back up again is something that's important to the Republicans. I see there's got to be a middle ground in all of that, and I think I'm hopeful that both sides were able to find middle ground today and get the skinny bill moved forward. So hopefully in the next Congress, they can work out some of their differences. Again, the term that we use over and over again with regard to this recession is through no fault of their own. And most of the people who are suffering right now, either employees who are out of work or businesses that are shuttering and letting people go, all of this is happening through no fault of their own. So if a government causes a recession, a government needs to do something to help those who were impacted by it.
This rally on Wall Street, of course, being driven by that stimulus optimism, but the vaccine picture is also pushing investors to be confident about the economic recovery. An FDA advisory committee is meeting today to review Moderna's emergency use authorization request for their vaccine. It is, of course, expected to be approved. And how does the prospect of more vaccines being approved change expectations for the recovery in the future?
I think, Greta, that the vaccines and their availability is somewhat baked into the market and sort of baked into folks' optimism about the economy. But the speed at which this is happening and the reality that there aren't hiccups along the way, when we saw those trucks moving out of that facility in Michigan earlier in the week, that was really encouraging. And I think that, by and large, people are encouraged. There's stories about the Pfizer vaccine having more doses in the vial than they expected. All of the news has been good news, and I think that that's really important, especially in the holiday season as people go out and shop and help the economy by shopping. I think all of this optimism is a good thing.
All right, Mitch Roschelle, founding partner at Macro Trends Advisors, joining us to discuss the latest on the economy amid the pandemic. Thanks, as always, for coming on the show today.
Greta, thanks for having me.
Want to see more videos like this? Visit OANN.com for immediate access to all the clips you've been waiting to see.